Hi everyone, it's Simon Keeling here again, and it's Tuesday afternoon. I'm just going to have a rambling look ahead really now for the next few weeks and give you an update on where we see things going, or where I see things going during the next few weeks. Of course, things could be completely wrong here, so do bear with me. Really long range forecasting is an absolute mug's game, as I say time and time again, but I'd like to give you a bit of guidance onto what's going to happen. The atmosphere does give away some cycles, and there are cycles that take place in the sea as well, with sea surface temperatures that you can kind of predict, and they do have an impact on conditions. So let's have a look, see what's going on at the moment. This is the chart I wanted to show you for midnight tonight, and really what I'm interested in is not the surface isobars, which are the white lines that you can see here. What I'm interested in is the coloured lines that you can see on the chart. This is the 500 millibar flow, and what it shows is this deep trough area here over Europe. Look, and this is the feature that I've been forecasting from the beginning part of July. It's this that's controlled the weather during the last few days or so, well in fact over a week now, and it's this that's bringing unsettled conditions into central parts of Europe just at the moment. We've got a ridge of high pressure building though out towards the west, and it's this that's going to be that is bringing the fair conditions of the next few days. Now then, look at that chart, and let me just take you on to another chart. This is the one for this is the prediction for Thursday the 11th of August. Now it's a long way away. This is 384 hours from the model. This is from the ensemble model, but what I wanted to show you was, look, we've completely lost that trough across central parts of Europe. It's just gone, and we have, you can see this straight westerly flow coming across the Atlantic. This is the jet stream, where these colours are really close together here. This is the jet stream coming across the Atlantic, and you can see how it's through the British Isles. So we're building this picture of conditions turning more unsettled as we get through the course of August. So let's just try and focus in a little bit, try and find reasons for what's going on. These are the predicted sea surface temperatures. Now you have to be very, very careful with this. This is from the CFS model. This changes daily, so you do have to be extremely careful. But the way meteorologists go about this is by monitoring it day to day, understanding the dynamics of the model, and then making the predictions based on it, using the guidance if it's believed to be fairly good. So what we're looking at here are monthly forecasts from it, from August, September, October, November, December and January. And we're here, of course, British Isles. Look, we've got cold water just out to the west through August, but just look what happens as we go through September. That cold water kind of fades away into October, and then we get another warmer plume of water come through as we head through November into December and into January. Now what I believe this does is that because of the warm water at the surface, you get more tendency for convection to take place, so you get more moisture, more upward motion taking place in the atmosphere. Basically heat equals energy, so where you've got warmer than normal conditions, you tend to find the atmosphere in those areas is more energetic, and obviously you need energy to make the upward motion to rise into rain. Now this is the forecast for the El Nino, and anything above this zero line is an El Nino, anything below it is a La Nina, and things bumping between minus 0.5 and 0.5 is generally neutral. Now this is the prediction which has been consistent over the last few months, where we've come out of a La Nina period. Here's our really, really cold winter coming out of the La Nina period, and we go neutral through July, but then look what happens, it plummets back down into a La Nina. Now, what impact could this have on European weather? Well, some are saying it makes it very cold through the winter, although there isn't an established link particularly between El Nino and La Nina and the weather across much of Europe. But that's what many people are going for. I'm not so sure that's what's going to happen, and I'm wondering if the CFS has got it about right at the moment. These are the predictions for monthly temperatures from the CFS, and you can see how, look, you see we've got near normal conditions across much of Europe through August and September and also October as well. But in November, a pile of cold out towards the east. This would suggest an anticyclone building here across the eastern parts of Scandinavia, a blocking high, blocking the eastward movement of fronts and low pressure systems coming in off the Atlantic. Now this could well happen, which could mean that November for the British Isles could be quite a mild month with a southerly flow. Through December, that cold weather still across eastern parts of Europe, but look how we remain relatively well protected from those conditions. Rainfall wise, this is how the CFS sees it. Near normal rainfall in August, and I think that's probably about right, because after a fairly dry couple of days to start the month, I think we are going to be going not drastically disturbed, but there will be some disturbed, some unsettled conditions around. September probably dry, high pressure trying to build in through September and through October lends itself to this idea of a late Indian summer. I think the second half of September, much of October, should be quite pleasant for many parts of the country, although that's not to say there won't be rain. There will be. November, though, you can see, look, this is where that block takes place, remember, across Scandinavia. Look, we've got greener, wetter than normal conditions through the British Isles in November, leading to this idea of this southerly flow and these outbreaks of rain, typically from the south, keeping temperatures above normal but with a near normal rainfall. December goes drier. I think the anticyclone across central parts of Europe by then, I think near normal for many parts of the country. I'm ignoring this thing down towards the southeast because I think precipitation will be nearer normal in December. And then in January, well, above normal through Spain and through France, but for the British Isles, nearer normal rainfall. And I kind of go along with this. I mean, all of this builds up the idea of a rather typical British style winter where, yeah, we'll get some cold periods, but we'll get some milder periods too. And I can't really see any drastic cold coming back, or certainly a repeat of last year, although I do stress that that is in disagreement with my long range forecasters, because they actually think it will be another cold winter. We're going to see who wins through on this one, but at the moment I kind of am going with this idea from the CFS. There are other models which make it much colder, and I'll show you those over the coming days and weeks. Thanks for watching, and keep the sun shining.